Travis Kelce, the Chiefs All-Pro tight end, a future Hall of Famer, is now engaged to his girlfriend, Taylor Swift, the most famous entertainer going right now here in 2025 in the world. Wow. Like, I did not expect this. I don't think anybody expected this. I mean, I know they've been dating for a couple of years, and think about how this thing all started with Kelce giving her a nice shout out on his podcast. But now, fast forward to today, the two are engaged. The post on Instagram is doing numbers. I think it might be at 1 billion likes at this point, since it's now been up for a couple of hours now. But this is breaking the internet. It's trending everywhere. It's pretty crazy that this is where we sit now. 2 years ago, you get laughed out of the room if you say, yeah, Travis Kelce is going to be getting married to Taylor Swift at some point in his life. But now, like, hey, this is our love story. It's everyone's love story that we all love. And I know some people are, a little bit oversaturated by this whole relationship, but like, you can't help but feel happy for them. Like, they're both great people. At least it seems like they're great people. I don't know them personally, but on the outside, they seem like they're great people. And I think it's awesome. Kudos to them. Love is amazing. I'm married. So we're all going through this stuff. If you're out there, you're married, you've been engaged before, like, you understand what they're feeling today with all the congratulations from family, friends, colleagues, et cetera, et cetera. An awesome news day with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Does this make you want to do anything betting-wise as it pertains to Travis Kelce? Which is a very interesting question. And the whole timing of all of this, I find very fascinating, because early this morning, before the engagement announcement, ESPN's Nate Taylor, who covers the Kansas City Chiefs, one of their NFL Nation reporters, but he is the guy that covers the Chiefs, he wrote an article about Travis Kelce and Kelce's mindset heading into his 13th season in the NFL. And pretty much the premise of the article is that, hey, this could be the last dance for Travis Kelce. Like he's played 13 years, or played 12 years rather, heading into year 13, but he's played 12 years. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's won 3 Super Bowls, and there was talks of retirement early this offseason. Then around the combine, Kelce said, hey, I'm coming back for 1 year, but like, his contract does not extend beyond this season. And Kelce's mindset ever since they lost the Super Bowl to the Eagles back in February was, quote, I can't go out like that. Like, Travis Kelce, I think, is contemplating his retirement. I think if you gave him true serum, he's definitely thinking about that. The fact that he had to come back this year and like needed an announcement to come back, like, that tells me that, all right, he might be thinking about this and thinking about life after football. But then also, because the gist of the article talks about what he's been doing throughout this offseason to get ready for the upcoming season, I think this might be Kelce revenge year. And I'm saying this as somebody who last year thought he was washed. Like, I thought he was absolutely cooked. And I don't know if it was because last offseason he had so much going on. He was traveling around the world with Taylor Swift during her Eras tour over in Europe. There were so many things. Maybe he didn't have like the quite proper training regimen that he typically had earlier in his career. But this season sounds like he's gotten back to basics, and he has just been focusing on his conditioning. He's lost some weight, like about 10 to 15 pounds reportedly. Like, this might be a different Travis Kelce than what we got in 2024. And I'm starting to agree with you, PJ. Like, I do think, like, not to say that he's going to win like Offensive Player of the Year or he's going to be an All-Pro this season, but I do think Kelce will be good, especially late in the year, which is where they need him the most, unlike what we saw last postseason. So I'm with you. I'm buying Travis Kelce, and I'm buying the fact that this probably will be his last dance, and he wants to go out on top. And his definition of that is winning a Super Bowl. Will they do that? Maybe. Let's see. They're, of course, one of the teams that you have to consider, but I do think you're going to get the best of Travis Kelce. Of what is left of him, it will be the best of him in his final year in the NFL.
Yeah, look, I'm buying all the Kelce stock. I would look at him, and if you have your fantasy drafts, I would look to buy in on him. Like you said, Femi, the last couple of years, it definitely feels like they haven't used him as much in the regular season, kind of saved their bullets with him for the playoffs. He was great a couple of years ago, was up and down this past postseason against the Eagles, obviously was not very good. I think this is it, though. I think this is his final season, and I think, getting engaged to Taylor Swift now, I kind of feel like this is it for him. I don't think he would do something like that and then play, 2-3 more years. I think this is it. Mm-hmm. I think he wants to go out with a bang. I think that's why he put in so much work this offseason on his body to get back in shape. So I think Kelce's going to play much better in the regular season. And also, this is the best receiving core the Chiefs have had in a while there in Kansas City. So they don't need to rely on Travis as much as they probably did the last couple years in the regular season. We'll see what ends up happening with Rashee Rice and the games that he maybe has to sit out potentially, or how that all breaks down. But they're going to have him. Year two is Xavier Worthy. Hollywood Brown's going to be in the mix as well. They're going to have Pacheco healthy to start the season. They can lean on the run game a little bit. So they don't need to use Kelce as much, or maybe force feed him as much as they would have liked to the last couple years. But I actually think the help of the receiving room is going to open up more things for Kelce, and I think he's going to have more production in the regular season. So, yeah, Femi, I think he's going to have a big year. I think this is it for Travis Kelce. I've wanted to avoid him, like in fantasy drafts or season-long props, anything like that the last couple years, but I think this year would be a year where I would buy in on Travis because I think this is his swan song.